And hello, hello everyone. Welcome to a special edition of Transformers Earth Course under coronavirus pandemics. So it tends, I guess it takes isolation for everyone to be in this stream now. Even Deb join us. Hopefully my internet connection doesn't die and we don't have a stream. uh, wait, I I I think people cannot hear everyone. Can they only hear me? That could be a problem. Okay, so so only I can be heard. That's gonna be a problem now. Yeah, there's some problem. So everyone else is speaking and saying hi. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the audio coming through. Um, cool. Well, this is gonna be fun. I don't know how it's gonna work now if this doesn't work. Yeah. uh, no, it's not coming. This is gonna be fun. Okay, this is not gonna be fun. I don't know how to fix. So everyone is saying hi, but yeah, trying to figure out how it works, and I'm the only one that goes through. Um, um, okay, I might have to do all the stream by myself, just solo it through. I'm trying to see like if there is a way to do that. Sorry, guys. It's. Oh, actually, can you speak, guys? Anyway, I guess I'll do the speaking and we go from here. So, well, welcome to the stream. Sorry, guys, for the technical problems. I think we tried it yesterday, but it apparently didn't work, even though it was meant to work. So, we'll just have to figure it out. So everyone else is gonna be on the background just saying hi to everyone. Uh, maybe someone can actually Google how to get this work while we do this. So I think, yeah, like, so the stream, we have quite a few interesting things to talk about today. We have a new event where you can gain the new bots. So you can get the nose cone and drill holes and the new bots coming in. We gonna go through the event. We're gonna show the new bots. We're gonna talk about their ability. I'm gonna talk through the ability, and then we're gonna actually do some trivia. I'm not gonna do dialogue because I'm gonna be talking to myself, and we'll do some Q&A, and we probably have also a small reveal in the end of the day. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna start going into the game and actually going through the event. So the event this week is called Death from Below. It's an alliance tournament event where you can actually win. You have a chance to win a drill horn and nose cone. There's also a chance to use 100,000 spark, 50,000 combiner spark, and 20,000 premium crystals. So yeah, the usual breakdown. There's 100 prestiges. It's around, I think, 1,000,000 points. Is that correct, Jairo? And by doing that, yeah, like it's pretty grindy, but I mean, you have more chances to win the bots. You go all the way to the top of the totalizer, and you just try again 100 times, and you get a drill horn, and no, it's gone. As a reminder, you also get Super XP, which is, I guess it would be really great because we just buff all the XP you get from the battle zones. It's double the XP. So each battle that you used to do, you just get double the XP now. Even on the topper zones, you actually get a bit more than the double. So I think there will be a good opportunity to start leveling your bots. And so yeah, play and enjoy. I can't even like switch stuffs here to try do some because actually minimize the game thing. Ah, chatting. Yeah, you could, I don't know if you could just jump in the chat and people can just type there. Okay. uh, ah. That's a good point, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I'll try to give it a shot. Let's see if I don't know. See how it goes. What it sounds. Can you guys say something? No, apparently no. It's not gonna work because actually I don't have. No, it's not that. It's kind of like I have not connected to the speakers because I'm on my laptop. So, uh, it's all fun. Cool. We can actually start sewing some bots. Maybe I'll try something else in a bit. But yeah, let's actually sew nose cone and drill horn. Don't cross. Mm. Yep. So nose cone and drill horn. We can have them playing on the background while I try to figure out how we can actually get this to work. One sec, guys. Nope, it can't be done. Yeah, because I think we've been meant to be like just stuck in here for like a month. Who knows? So we definitely need to actually get this to work. Hmm. Yeah, like maybe Deb is gonna try and find out if there's a way to do it. Hopefully, on the background, maybe she can actually do some tests with her OBS. So hopefully, she can figure things out. In the meantime, like let's go through NoseCone. So this is NoseCone, one of the uh, Copytron bots. I can't remember their name. Uh, and again, we can just show from the other side, Drillhorn. Ah, weird. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, he's look great. He's like a Strum pretty much. Technobots, yes, thanks, Jeffrey. Uh, cool. So, I mean, they're pretty similar, but they're both like a tank with a drill in front. So, or in the back, depending on which one it is. I guess the tank is the only thing that actually changes. Mm, yeah. Cool. So I think it's time to talk about the abilities. What will Fabian will be talking if he goes in able to do it. So uh, both Drillhorn and Nosecone has the ability that you can actually target one wall piece and you can try to destroy it. It's kind of as a limited version of sludge and structures, but in a way that though it's more effective. Like sludge and structures are pretty good on a kind of a honeycomb environment, but drill hole and nose cone requires like even a line of wall. You can actually like target it and you can break it down. So I think this is a boat that's been designed to like tackle this weird like basis where you have like a big round thing, forcing your boats to just go around and split. This way you can know if the wall is in front of you, you can target the ability to break down this one wall piece, and then your rest of the boats can just go through. Like it's pretty powerful. I think it's been designed like if it's around level 55, ability level 10 with a gold core, you can destroy HQ 16 walls. And if it goes like to 61, 10, then you can actually destroy HQ 17 walls with one shot, which I think is ability level 4 to start with. It is a yeah, it is a low use, but I think the low cost for the first use, but then it actually scales up. While playtesting, a lot of our playtesters seems to think that it's quite powerful because it actually negates a lot of the designs for bases. So we did it in that way that it actually scales back, so you can't just keep destroying walls because then there's no point having a walls and integrative designs. But it's still like it's not ideal if you're tackling like a honeycomb. At that point, you probably should be using instead structures and sludge. I think the cost goes from 4 to 6, but we can actually so if you're playing challenge battle, which I think is live for everyone, right, guys? Hyro? Mm. I'm gonna try to do something. It might actually cut the sound, but maybe if I can actually, you guys play through the speakers of the microphone, maybe the people can actually hear.
I hear a helicopter, maybe.
1 sec.
Hello. No, it doesn't.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Can you hear me? Can you hear guys?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey!
You're back.
Hi,
Sound.
everybody! Oh, yay!
Oh, okay, that probably will be walking away. It might be just doing reverb and it's not gonna be clear, but I think that's gonna work for a bit.
Cool. At least it's something while we figure out a proper solution.
Sorry, guys. We'll definitely be more prepared for next time, but I mean, it wouldn't be a Transformers stream if we didn't have technical problems.
Yep.
So true, yeah. It's become a staple of the Transformers stream.
Cool. I'm gonna actually play the challenge battle and let kind of. Well, Fabian cannot even talk through it because he can't see what I'm doing. So no, I can't even let Fabian do some talking.
There was already a question of like some people asking in the description. There is like you can do damage on other buildings like 8 times less. It's because the damage done on wall is very high, and we also have this component of the ability where you can still use it if you want to on a defense building, but the damage is not going to be really high in that occasion. It's just we didn't want to like block the usage of this if you have destroyed all the walls you wanted to, so you can still use it on other buildings. It's just the damage is not as high as it would be on a wall. I can see the challenge battle, but I can probably see it too late. So I designed the challenge battle to put a lot of walls, so you can actually try it, and you can see it's like 9,000 damage in this case. It's like level 855, and I'm not sure which are the levels of the walls there in this base, but you will see you can destroy them quite easily.
It's okay. So this is like level 14 walls, around 12,000 health. The ability can actually, it says 9,000 damage, but I don't know if that actually takes into consideration the ability damage from the wall busters, because sometimes that don't actually. So, but anyway, let's. I guess a lot of the times, like in some layouts, if you can see, the bots will actually have to destroy the walls or actually go through them. So let's try and see what the Noscon can actually do.
So in this challenge battle, you can see it's 9,000, but it also has a wall buster, and the damage from the wall buster is not reflected in the ability description. So it's actually going to do around 12,000. And the 8 times less damage on other buildings, that means that if you target a laser turret, you're going to do about like 1,200 damage in this specific case.
You can actually see the side.
So yeah, you can see Yanis playing. It's just a great bot. Just like you can just like open a wall and just like have all your squad, the walking ones, all your special squad walking wherever you want to, and you can avoid them going around right now, like Red Alert is doing it because he was a bit too early.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, I mean, he also has quite a lot of health, I think, but his DPS is pretty low. But I think he's a versatile. He's like, I think he's a copy of Structures, with the only chances is that he's kind of like a single bot wall specialist instead of multiple like other ones.
Yeah. That would be quite useful, like doing walls, for example, when you can actually scout the base and you can see if like the base has more honeycombs, more of a honeycomb design, or more of like a single wall one, and then you can decide whether like Structures and Sludge or Noscon and Drill Hole are going to be the most useful bots.
Yeah, I think a lot of the times, like especially for like playing on high level, when you have like the bases where they just kind of round it in below on the weird wall setups, a lot of times you have to think like, I hope my warriors just go just destroy or focus on the building behind and destroy the wall and go through. But I always want to have an ability that allows you, like, I just want to make this wall go away, and then I can just like not avoid the split and then have my both focuses.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Noscon and Drill can do.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
So, I don't know if you have any questions going on in the meantime.
Not so much on the bot, I think. So yeah, so the gold core increased the ability damage or just the regular attacks. So in the case of the challenge battle we just watched, it was a wall buster, so it increases the damage on the wall. That means that you're gonna do more damage against a wall, but if you attack a regular structure, the damage will not be increased. But if you have a regular attack power core, you will also, which because for the regular attack power core, the percentage is a lot lower, but you will still increase damage on walls and buildings.
We'll do another one, a better run this time, so other guys don't actually run away. Let's actually go through a few walls if you actually manage to go to target the wall behind.
So yeah, compared to like the other rushes, so the way to use it is actually to target a wall, and then it's going to do a lot of damage on the wall that is targeted. But if you target a wall that is behind another set of wall, like other rushes, it's going to do damage on the way, but the damage is not going to be as high
So
as.
ideally,
It's kind of like it's still a regular rush sort of thing.
So ideally, you need to get him to target the wall. You need to destroy. It doesn't actually, pierce through the wall and actually destroy all the walls that are on the way. So you have this time to actually target the wall. You need to go through all the damage actually much reduced as you saw in that battle.
Cool.
Awesome. More play time.
I'm gonna check if there are more questions coming.
Yay, go by all. Cool. Right.
Cool.
So
there were some people asking if we can buff the Wallbuster core and if we can give it top of the.
Sorry, that you broke up.
I don't think so. It's kind of like, I know the Wallbuster is a kind of very specific core. What did you say?
You broke up a bit where you were repeating the question.
Yeah, you sound.
Yeah. A robot. Yeah, no, there's no plan on buffing the Wallbuster core. It's a bit of a very specific one, we know, but there are a couple of cores like this that have like a very specific mission that just do it well. There's no plan on giving it a shield at the moment.
I think a lot of people feel that it would be if it goes higher, then they don't have to get to that higher level. The thing is, though, even with both his bot and both with Sludge, if we actually buff them that much, then a lot of the defensive layouts are gonna be meaningless. They are actually killers of time traps, but you need to put the effort on, and we want it like that. We don't want to be like low level, like 50s, gonna destroy all the wall pieces in one go, because then it makes no sense for the balance of the game. Cool. So these are the new bots that you can actually win if you participate in this event this weekend. Anything else to add for the event, Jairo?
No, not really. It's the usual 100. We'll have a lot of chances to get the new bots. Super XP. It's a very good event. So get your alliance to go for it.
Cool. Some people are asking for some questions for the HQ17. I think we can spend some time actually going through them. Someone is asking, like, do I need to go to do the 4 or 5 star 65 upgrade before I do my 2-slot upgrade? So at the moment, the only requirement to get a 2-second slot update is to be HQ17 and have done the research upgrade for that level. I think it's research lab level 6. And then you pretty much have the option to spend 200,000 Z energy and unlock the second slot. One of the things we're planning on working for the next release, hopefully it will allow you to do that in lower levels, so you won't have to be HQ level 17. It will still cost Z energy, but you'll be able to do it earlier in the game. This is what we're planning on doing for people that are not in the HQ 17 level, to have a use for the Z energy they collect. Cool. And
there is a question about some people ask, wait 1 minute. Some people were asking about the Zone 13 difficulty. As I know you've done something this afternoon, right?
So today we did push another rebalance. It's a kind of a trick to make them a bit easier. The same for like zone 12 and zone 11 has been tweaked down, but we're not sure. I don't think it will be back to the other levels. Like to be honest, I would make him more easy, but at the same time there was always kind of like a big difference of zone 12. You can solo with a lot of the bots as it used to be. A zone 13, then it used to be that you needed like 5 bots and then a whole squad for zone 14. I think the difficulty needs to be a bit more balanced, so it will be a bit harder than it used to be, but I think it will be more to the levels that you expect it to be. We are still running the matchmaking queue, so it'll probably be around like half, like I think like a few hours after the event starts tomorrow, when the new zone balancing is gonna go out. We'll keep monitoring. If it's again too hard, we might tweak it a bit, but we do want to actually be a bit harder than it used to. There's a lot more XP, so if your squad is struggling, then you can actually drop in level and still get even more XP than you used to. Cool. There were some few questions about the removal of 2 stars, Jairo. Which we need to emphasize that 2 stars are not going away.
Correct. So it's stated in the newsfeed, but what it's going away is actually the crystal on the shop, because we are not giving away shards anymore. It's been a change for long now that we give prime shards instead, because you have always the chance to get a 3 or a 4 star. So having the store there where you are not getting shards, it didn't make any sense. So instead you are getting the premium shards. You can exchange them if you have some. You have 5 premium crystals through shards in the newsletter this week. But of course, still 2 stars will drop from the usual means, like the free crystal, premium crystal, the bot specific crystals. They still drop, but you won't get any 2-star shards anymore. That's basically all the change.
Cool.
Yeah, also I saw some people wondering what I was playing. I was checking the news feed for the dialogue, because it's been a bit late today. I didn't have the art, but thanks to Alex that was working on it, we got the art, and now the dialogue part 1 is live and is super long. So enjoy it.
Cool. Some people were asking about the Z Energon, like if people can actually raid Z Energon for you. This is what we said, like that's no, you cannot get raided. Z Energon, when you collect it, it's just there, so people cannot steal it from you. So no, don't worry about that. It's really hard to get at the moment. We will see if it needs to be rebalanced, if we need to rebalance how much you get from some zones. But at the moment is I think it's good where it is. Quite rare until we actually see how people progress through HE17. Cool.
More questions.
Maybe we can do some trivia in the meantime while people get
Yeah.
a bit early in the day, but
Yeah, so we have some trivia as usual. Are they coming from Nathan, these ones? I'm not sure.
Yes, these are from Nathan.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, as per usual, we're gonna ask the questions. Drop the answer in the chat wherever you're watching us from, together with your in-game name, HQ level, and alliance name as well. So the first question is: Drillhorn will be joining the ranks of the Decepticons soon, but in the original G1 toy run, he joined the Autobots for his European toy release. But what was the name of the subgroup his toy was in? So I'm going to repeat. Drillhorn will be joining the ranks of the Decepticons soon, but in the original G1 toy run, he joined the Autobots for his European release. But what was the name of the subgroup his toy was in? That's a very specific question.
Yeah, you can tell it's Nathan's. He's like a library of knowledge.
Yeah.
As usual, you need to post the answer with your player name, alliance name, and HQ level so we can find you.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat and randomly select winners.
Cool. Meanwhile, I saw a question about adding characters from the movies. As far as I know, we don't have the rights for the movies, so we don't expect to add any Transformer that's modeled after the Michael Bay's movies. For now, I don't know if Hasbro has any plans about that for us, but so far we are keeping it for the classic look and classic boards.
Cool. There was some questions about weekend raids, if they've been discontinued, Hyro.
So the weekend raids is kind of a love-it, hate-it situation for some players. The last one didn't have much participation as we expected, but we plan to do a rerun to give it another chance, updated rewards, updated kind of tiers and everything. Also, I think players are more used now to raids, and everyone can enjoy them better right now with experience you have, guys. So yes, they will happen sooner or later.
Cool.
So about the trivia, I see some reply, and some people are replying Breast Force, which is naturally the natural group of Drillhorn, but we are looking for the European group when it was released as part of the G1 first batch of robots. So European toy line, Drillhorn.
I don't even think like Breast Force actually how they're called anymore. I think that has changed because I guess a lot of people have another thing that comes to mind when they call Breast Force.
Actually, if you Google it, there is a line where you can find it. You don't even have to open the page.
Let's stay in safe for work.
What else? More questions around.
There's a few questions, a few answers coming in. There was a question about if you can win medals by participating in elimination mode. No, you cannot. It's a totally different structure from the normal PvP battles in that aspect. We do have plans in the future after we get the balance right to open it in kind of seasonal leaderboards that can actually track how good players do every week or every month, and actually maybe give some rewards out of that. But it's something that's gonna come much later because we have a few things happening. So there is a plan to win something like medals, but they're probably different, and probably keep it seasonal, but it's gonna be in the future.
Cool. And also to remember that there are some rewards from the achievements, right? For medals. Also leveling up your account as with player XP, player levels will reward you handsomely on the upper levels. So it's a good thing to chase.
Yeah, I think I hope now with the new XP and with the new elimination mode, a lot of people have been using the 3 stars. I know, like last weekend, I just went through all my 3 stars and actually start leveling them to level 20 to actually be more efficient in these weeks. So it's nice like to feel like, oh, I'm done with all my 4 stars. Now I need to like see what I can do with the 3 stars and all the rest of the bots. And I've heard like a lot of stories for other players that got like around like 10,000 points by just using the 2 stars, which is really nice to see. There's a question actually, Hyro, if they're supposed to get rewards every time they max a bot. Is that correct?
It's limited to the amount. I think right now it's your first 10 level 60 bots. Now we have more levels, more chances to get more bots. So eventually we will add more achievements for surpassing that amount. Nothing is lost because when we add them, you will instantly unlock them if you are over the number. But yeah, it's something to consider. Good call, Papi Bleth.
I see a lot of like quality for life questions. Like a lot of people want if they can find a way to optimize power cores by say the ones you want to sacrifice for fusing. That's a good question. Like there is something I might consider doing in the future because yeah, it feels like you want to fuse stuff and then you have to go through all the cores you want to be using before you can actually go to the bronze cores that you want to be fusing. So for sure something we can improve there, I think.
Cool. I got some replies and good answers for the trivia, so I'll repeat the question before giving the answer. So Drill1 will be joining the rank of Decepticons soon in our game Transformers Off-Worlds, but in the original G1 toy run, he joined the Autobots for his European toy release. So we were looking for the name of the subgroup his toy was in, and the answer was Rescue Force. So we got some winners. We've got Burnout Prime from the Rangers Records. We have Grey Melion from M's Revenge, and we also have Blast Bolt 82 from Cybercore Alpha. Congratulations to you guys.
Cool.
Yeah, give it a few days, and our customer support agent will send you some freebie.
Congratulations!
Hey, Deb!
Debs is here!
Damn, I'm trying to solve our Zoom issue.
Okay, I can read question 2.
Cool, go for it, yeah.
Cool. So, question number 2, as usual from Nathan, so it's not gonna be easy. Player bases are getting a massive upgrade this week in the form of HQ17. But which Transformer got an upgrade thanks to the Yunder base in the G1 comic?
I think you broke down there a bit higher.
Yunder base?
Okay. So which Transformer got an upgrade thanks to the Underbase in the G1 comics?
Correct.
I thought it was just an extra hard question with like the end being all blurry.
Well,
Nathan's done it again.
With the added like difficulty of hearing someone talking through speakers and then like caught into a mic and transported to you.
And you cannot hear yourself. That's kind of annoying me.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, through the stream, you mean?
Yeah, and yes.
I'll see if I can repeat the question because some people might not have gotten it. So, player bases got a massive upgrade through HQ17, but which Transformer got an upgrade thanks to the Underbase in the G1 comics? Which Transformer got an upgrade thanks to the Underbase in the G1 comics? I don't even know what that is, so good luck, guys.
I am checking that right now. Underbase. I am having internet unstable problems.
Well, I'm surprised my internet has not gone down with streaming 4 people with video sources and then streaming back out, and probably some people downloading in the house or watching Netflix. So it's fun. It's all good.
So according to Transformers Wiki, the Underbase is a collection of knowledge that underlies all databases, or rather the combined knowledge of the whole Transformer race.
Cool. I'm just trying to see if there's any questions in the meantime. People are asking if there's going to be something new with the signing store coming up, Jairo.
Yes, I saw some questions around. The plan is to upgrade the Shanix store as we add new stuff into the game. The goal of this store is always to be able to offer players something unique. That's why we don't have many of the other stuff you can get through other loops in the game. And of course, that means in the future, when we add more stuff, we plan to have something else there. There was some mentions of putting Golden Lagoons in the chat, questions I mean. But Golden Lagoons are quite OP, are very powerful. It's something to consider if we can put it limited, like we did with the 5 stars. But yeah, I will put a note on my things, on my list of things to check and see if we can revitalize a bit the Shanix store.
I think Golden Lagoon, though, they will come back probably at some point soon. Like, I think we try to do them during an event, sell them,
Yeah.
but we always want to limit them. So, and our limiting system was not working correctly. So, but hopefully something will come back soon.
Yeah, that's. But yeah, we haven't forgotten, and of course, Shanix store is always in our mind, our list of things to add and refresh.
People are asking for a new 5-star bot. We know, like, we have no plan to do that. Even if we ever did something like that, there will always be something you have to get a 5-star that's there first, because we will feel that it would be totally unfair for people that committed and got that instead of waiting for something else. But at the moment there is no plan to change that 5-star. I think we'll always have, people will have to get that 5-star that's already there, Primal and T-Rex, to make it fair for all the people that already purchased something. Cool. Do you have any people answer correctly? Oh yeah, I see some questions.
There is, but I only have 2.
Cool.
It's not an easy question, I guess. Should I could probably wait for another reply.
You give a hint.
Should I give a hint?
Uh-huh.
1 second.
I already have a reply. I have the reply I was waiting for. It's always the same guy that's under the bed. It's always the same guy.
Oh, Hyro just got eaten by Megatron. Oh, he came back.
Uh-oh, we lost one.
I'm back, and I come with one. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just give the answer
What?
now.
Come with what? Wine? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
look
that's
at that.
the perks of working at home.
I was hearing a scratching in the door, and yeah, it was her. This Lola, my kitty.
oh, that's cute.
So I'll repeat. I'll give the answer to the questions to the.
Nobody cares, Fab. There's a cat.
There is a
I
cat
know,
in
but
the
somebody
room
are
now.
waiting for their rewards.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So the players best just got a massive upgrade last week, I think, in the form of HQ17, which Transformer got an upgrade thanks to the underbase in the G1 comic, and this is Starscream. And the winners are Combat Speak from Scorched Moon, and we have Gran Galva from Mecha Answer, and the third one was already Gran Galva, so we only have 2 winners.
Cool.
Congratulations to you guys.
Only 2 winners. Good. I see.
Catformers. Now everything is cats now.
I see a lot of questions about, of course, favorite characters. We said again and again. I'm not gonna repeat them because a lot of them are exactly the same bots requested. We have planned to pretty much put nearly every character there is in the game at some point. So just stay tuned. We actually, as I said, there is going to be an announcement today that will include a lot of more characters that you have no idea that they could possibly be coming. So there's definitely going to be featuring a lot more characters, probably your favorite ones at some point.
Cool.
Try to see if there's any questions before we can go to the reveal.
Some people were asking about having combiners for both factions, like unlocking the alt faction combiner.
Don't know. It's something I think we designed to not be able to do. I don't even know technically how complex it is. It's something we could see on the future if it's possible, especially now that there is different cooldowns for combiners. Maybe something cool for all the people that actually put the effort and actually collect all the combiners. Something that to definitely investigate for some point.
Cool.
How is the base trial against Alliance members option coming along? Is it still a possibility?
As I said, the problem with that is that you cannot serve the replays because there are the dev replays that don't exist on the server. Serving replays require them to be on the server so we can actually send to the other players. Something, of course, like gonna investigate in the future. I have actually done a lot of the client work, it's ready to go, but we just need to actually make it all work and actually function correctly. So something in the future for sure we'll try to do it, but it's not easy.
That's for me, I guess. Asking about being able to pull bots from the Al faction in the free crystal. It's not how it works right now, but I may be able to figure out a way so you can always use your chances to get a bot from the Al factions from the free crystal
I think
if you got all of them.
I think personally though, like a lot of people want to just use the free crystal to get bots, so adding a lot of more bots there could mean less chances to get a decent bot that you like or a decent reward that you like. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we add an extra free crystal that's for the other function, so allow you to just have 2 free crystals in a day, something to investigate. But we have complaints every time we update the free crystal that people just, you know, they don't want to have a lot of rewards there that they probably don't want to use. So, but maybe we add another free crystal, who knows?
Yeah, I was thinking of something on that line, like having a separate crystal for each shop, because you can go to Autobot or Decepticon, right? We'll think about it, yeah.
Cool. There's some other question about if we can actually add some functionality to sort the bots that need research. Like that is another good point. I was actually, when I was going through my 3 stars last week, and I had to like go and figure out which are not being researched and which are being researched. It would have been quite useful. So something again I can look at for the future. And there's also a question if we're gonna buff any of the MK3 boosters for HQ17, Fabian.
I don't know. I read that. I'm not sure. I'm wondering. I'm thinking: are we boosting the MK3? Are we introducing the MK4? But yeah, potentially we will definitely look at it, and we might buff them.
Cool. Yeah, we need to see how the balance it looks. If we don't want to make them like too powerful by just releasing a new level, but maybe they can be tweaked a bit to make them more useful, more aligned. But I think there's some of them are quite even more powerful, some abilities, so it kind of doesn't make sense to have a boost that you can just override, like be more powerful than both abilities. Cool. Should we do more questions? So let's see if there's another round before we do some reveal. A lot of people saying like if because the 2 stars are not used, if they can get them switched for 3 stars. I mean we that's why we did the compensation of giving a lot of people like 5-star shards. No, sorry, 5-star shards, premium shards. So that will soon like cover you because that's like 5 premium crystals worth of shards. If you by any chance have like 20,000 or a lot of 2-star shards, then you could reach the community and they can probably swap some of them out. But I mean that's why we did the compensation, because we don't want to like go and like change all the stars for everyone.
Correct.
So just go to community if you want to do that, but the compensation for the was for that just visual. I see like some suggestion about increasing the cap of 2-star bots to level 50. Yeah, I don't know, something we can consider in the future. But I don't know if Fabian wants to go and create 10 levels for all 2-star bots in the game. I like to feel like personally that when those bots are max, I don't have to worry about them. I'll get really depressed if I have to actually get another like 20 something bots to more 10 levels. A lot more work to be done.
There's also a question about like, are any of the original bots in the game being looked at for buff? We've been quite busy recently with HQ17 and like other stuff we're working on that we have not announced yet. But as soon as it's past us, we will probably have a look at other bots. But
Cool.
yeah, we're having a little pause right now on buffs, I would say.
Okay. Cool. That's enough of the questions. Maybe we can do the reveal of. A lot of people. There was a question like if there's gonna be anything big coming in the game. Well, I think this is the opposite of that. It's not gonna be anything big coming in the game, but something small, but something interesting. I think, guys. So we will actually start.
That is definitely small.
I'm intrigued now.
Cool. So we can actually show it's tiny spoiler of the next splash screen for the next client release, and yes, a lot of people start suggesting them, and yes, it is Target Masters, and it's a lot of people's favorite, like Ravag's there. So
Look at that.
so yeah, Target Masters, Battle Masters, Micro Masters, and a lot of things are coming in the game, and it's not as you expected. It's not gonna be just a simple parkour way, but I think a lot of more details are gonna be revealed in in the future. But it's really exciting. We've been working on this actually for quite some time now in the background, and it's a way to actually make this quite unique. I would say one hint, like imagine like all the airboats that you don't like because they have to go around the walls. Imagine if you can give them a grenade launcher which can now actually shoot over the walls. It's gonna be quite an interesting change, and we are definitely really excited about bringing all these new and cool boats into the game. But they're not really part of the big release, but definitely something that would be interesting for the future.
Yeah, some of you have always asked, like in this chat, especially if there's going to be new ways to improve your bots, and this is definitely something that's going to improve your bots. You see that it's going to make them stronger for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they will be announcing the more, I think, in the coming stream and in the coming newsletter. More details will start trickling in. We're planning, I think, like 2 to 3 weeks time to release them. So you're definitely gonna get a lot of information for how they will work and how they activate. So it's exciting because it's for the first time you can actually change the functionality of the bot and how he behaves in battle in a certain way. And doing a lot more tweaks and options with your bots. So hopefully you guys are excited, and yeah, they're gonna come in soon.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's already some question. Is it going to be a replacement to the power core? Is it going to be additional to them?
I think we can hint that it's not gonna be a replacement to the power cores. It's gonna be like you can use a power core and you can use one of these bots alongside, which means that you don't have to sacrifice prime cores, you don't have to sacrifice any other cores, but you can actually use them at the same time. It's again a new system we have on top of them, so you stay tuned and you find some really good fun.
Oh, that's exciting.
I like that the bike like appeared now behind the background for the.
So yes, Debs has a bike on a wall in a bedroom. That's puzzling everyone in the company right now. Everybody talks about the bike.
We always knew she is a transformer, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool, and I don't know how much else there is to talk about.
My laptop was about to die, so
Find some power.
Yeah. Questions, excitement. First a cat, now a bike. What will be else?
I really have nothing exciting like that.
Do you have a plant or something?
yeah, what you got back there, Fab? What are you trying to hide? That's what we want to know.
I do have a passive plan.
Oh, he's disappeared. It's so weird looking. It's hilarious.
Look at that. Nice.
Cool. I think that covers
Giannis
today's...
is like, please, let's go.
That was really
Focus.
weird.
Stop.
It's great. Oh gosh.
Cool.
WTF is right.
No, it has been an interesting stream for sure. Like I guess it's a way of us keeping communication with people, and you guys, of course, keep us feeling that there is people around to talk, and we are not ourselves stuck in the house with the zombie apocalypse outside.
Exactly. And ooh, one thing that we can start to do is maybe having some like special guests on. 'Cause
Cool.
we can,
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
that'd be fun because we could easily dial people in. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll have special guests. You don't know.
Maybe we can get a lot of people that used to be in the stream come back and rejoining us, or a lot of
Yeah,
people
exactly.
outside the thing. So like it's the sky is the limit now. I think we can because we use Zoom for everyone in work. We could get like 100 people on it. So the sky is the limit. How many people we can have in the stream?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, nice.
Cool.
Should be fun.
Oh, we could invite some players maybe someday.
That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
didn't mean.
thinking
I
like.
didn't actually mean apes. I meant you guys, like community people. I thought that would be fun. You know, we'll get Nathan on because we'd still love to have him on.
Yeah.
Simon-
Maybe he can
Simon
actually.
Furman.
Maybe Nathan can
Yeah,
do
so-
another like paint paint competition that he used to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That was cool.
Okay.
Sick.
So.
All right. Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll have fun stuff planned.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. And yeah, thanks for joining us. Sorry for the technical problems and me talking for the first 15 minutes by myself. But hopefully we can actually make it better for the next time. So I think we can reschedule for 2 weeks from now.
We're gonna have a lot
Probably
more
will be the
info.
whole. We'll cover the new release of Battle Masters and Target Masters and Micro Masters. So we will see we'll tell what about all coming into the game soon. But first of all, like this week, play the game and you get Drillhorn and Nosecone, cool, interesting bots with a cool, interesting ability. Get lots of XP, like a triple the XP from what it used to be. So level your bots and get new bots.
Yeah. Stay home.
Stay
Stay
safe.
home. Stay
Stay
safe.
safe.
Have fun.
Yes.
And yeah,
Cool.
be in touch.
All
And
right.
if you have like innovative, cool ways of quarantining, then let us know.
Yeah. Or get a cat.
Get Lola.
All right. So I think this is where we sign off. Thanks again for joining us, guys.
Have a good 2 weeks and see you then.
Stay
soon.
safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.